We then move through into some of the other performance tests which are a bit more applied. So say for example a counter movement jump. So we get the participants on the force plate, we can test their counter movement jump performance, and we get a range of variables from that. So we can look at jump height, so the ability to actually produce force and produce height in their jump. So obviously this translated could be important for jumping activities, for winning the ball in the air, various different techniques, and obviously translating a jump performance to also change of direction. So you kind of come into squat positions when you change the direction. So if you can produce force more quickly and produce more power, then you're able to not only sort of jump higher, but change direction quicker, change direction more explosively, and essentially sort of be a bit quicker off over that first few yards. And then another one of the performance tests is a 20-metre sprint. So obviously it's quite clear to see how that can relate to kind of football performance. So the faster you are over a 20-metre period, obviously the quicker that you're going to be able to get to any through balls, any long balls, or even just get into positions with how the game is developing. So the ball gets switched across the pitch, you can quickly get into a position. And obviously if your performance is impaired on any of these tasks, it might impact on your performance and mean you're not able to perform at your 100%. So being able to recover efficiently and effectively following this type of exercise and maintain your performance in these tests gives us a good indication that your physical performance in subsequent games or training is going to be of a similar ability to what you would class as your sort of 100%.
Perfect. And Josh, you play football yourself, so what one exercise would you definitely recommend to anyone out there to improve their sprinting, their counter movement jump, and also, what was the last one?
The maximum force.
The maximum force one.
So I think one aspect that's becoming more researched in regards to both performance but also kind of an injury prevention point of view is strength training. So we can look at strength training for a variety of different athletes, from endurance athletes through to obviously people that are going to be using maximum force type activities, but then also into team sports activities. So if you develop the body to have stronger muscles and more powerful muscles, obviously you're going to be able to develop more force in terms of kicking, in terms of jumping, sprinting, but then also be more powerful, so changing direction and moving quickly from sort of over the first few yards. This is going to help you sort of in those performance variables. But there's also some sort of emerging elements to suggest that strength training makes you more of a robust athlete. So reducing your risk of injury by making sure that your muscles are able to cope with the demands of the game. So obviously football is becoming an ever increasing physically demanding sport, and the body's put under a large amount of stress. So being able to make sure that your muscles are strong and able to resist a lot of the forces that are put upon it, that should hopefully put off any type of injury that you might be able to get. So obviously you can't always completely reduce the risk of injury, but I think strength training is starting to become a way of reducing your risk in any case.
Perfect.